So, hi, friends and fellows, welcome to the very first episode of WellScape, where we explore the global landscape of healthcare, wellness, and health protection. With me, your host, Rio Putrajaya. And today, in this very first episode, we have a very special guest. He is the director of BNH Hospital. Thank you so much for your time, doctor.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it is such a great honor for us to have you here. So, before everything, we would like to get to know you better. So, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Yes, I'm Nopparat Panthongwiriyakul. I am cardiologist by training, and my area of interest is preventive cardiovascular disease. And became director of BNH Hospital for 2 years. And at the moment, I am doing some job with the preventive heart disease journal in America as a reviewer for the journal. That is the first journal of preventive cardiology of America.
Wow, such a great background. And today, Dr. Nopparat, we will talk about medical tourism. And I will say, if we are talking about medical tourism, I think you are in a very special place because Thailand now is the center of tourism in Southeast Asia. And actually, after the pandemic time, the post-pandemic time, Thailand has a great bounce back. And when it is really going down, when the trend of COVID-19 is going down, I see that Thailand is like seems ready to welcome the traffic from overseas. Do you think this is the like a great synchronization between the government and the private business sector?
Yes, we did have many of patients flying from overseas to us, to the whole Thailand, not just only in Bangkok. We do have a center, a medical center in some of interesting provinces like Phuket, Pattaya, Chiang Mai, where they came to get the medical treatment with us. So there are number of them, as you know, that they came to us before pandemic of COVID-19, and they stopped coming because of the disease or the policy of traveling. I think they are waiting for open of the boundary for coming. So when they can come, they want to come to us again as before. So that's why since the COVID subsides and the government policy open for traveling, then there are a lot of people come back to us. So that's only people who used to use our medical facility. They want to come back. They are waiting for the operation. They want to come to follow up for their chronic medical disease. That's why we have a lot of people coming back since then. And I think the government support on medical tourism to us quite well. So we have people come in, and I think not it is easy to access to us get the medical care. With the hospitality of our staff, not only doctors and nurses and backup people. So I think they make them feel like home when they come back to us. And I think that is another important factors that people want to come back to get the medical care in Thailand. One thing that we want to get more from the government support is the time of visa allowance. Coming and want to stay longer than the period of visa from individual countries. If this one extend easily, or first coming can give like 2 to 3 months, period of time to stay in Thailand for the medical care, that would be very helpful.
Doctor, in 2024 only, Bangkok has a record-breaking international arrivals. Bangkok has received 32.4 million international arrivals from all around the world. Why do you think Thailand, especially Bangkok, has been so consistent to attract foreign visitors?
Have you been to Bangkok? Well, if you've been to Bangkok, I think you would love to come back.
Yeah, of course.
So I think because we are a smile country, right? People smile when we see guests, when we see customers, foreigners coming to us. Most of us welcome foreigners coming to us with the service mind of Thai people. I think that is one of the most important things. And the medical tourism or foreigners who come to Thailand is not just happen within like a few years, but it has happened for 20, 30 years, and people know us very well. And we are attractive cities for foreigners who want to come in a different purpose. They want to come to enjoy shopping, want to come to enjoy culture, want to come to enjoy street foods or Michelin star foods, want family to come to have a family activity. So we do have all of those. And if they want to go to beach, they can go to Hua Hin, to Phuket, to Pattaya. They want to go to mountain. They want to see different culture from their country. So variety of culture, variety of lifestyle, variety of choices that make people want to come in and want to come back again. So most important, I would say that our service minds is something special with the good enough of infrastructure. And because of the long-term services to them, so we do have enough of hotels, rooms. We have a good logistic or transportation, restaurants, place enjoy. So we do have
everything. Basically, you have everything.
Exactly. Exactly right. So, and another thing, I'm not too sure, but my point of view, because I'm traveling around different cities, so we look into the medical care. You know, normally people will get sick and need medical care. It's about 2%. You know, when they come without any purpose, they will get sick. You know, 2% of them will get sick and need medical care. So some people may not come for medical tourism, that they come from the different purposes, but finally get sick and need medical care in Bangkok. For example, they come just for leisure, stay in hotel, slip down stairs and get fractures of hip or get head injury. Then they need medical care. They went to island and enjoy motorbike around the island, get accident and need us come with some things, get the infectious disease, you know, because we are tropical area, get sick and they need medical care. And then particularly for the serious medical care, like get heart attack in Bangkok, get stroke attack in Bangkok, we have full facility to save their life in a standard way. They come to hospital with the hotel call or with the taxis, with whatever to the hospital. They will get the very fast care to fix a heart attack, fix a stroke attack.
Okay.
Then they will save and can be home to stay with their family. Some of city in around the region. Oh, when you get heart attack, you have to think where to go because it is not full services in some of cities around this region. But Bangkok is one of a very good medical care services.
So with that, a huge number of tourism, and we can agree that I would say there always be medical risk, right, among this tourism activity. And with what you said, so we can conclude that Thailand is actually ready to cover that big number of medical risks, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
We can, uh, you know, when during the COVID, some of the hospital lost about 30% of patients because beds and medical facility were preparing for foreigners. Then when the people coming back, foreigners coming back, be easy for them, and they are welcome because we have medical facility not just only for Thai people for now. We have more than Thai people need that for them that coming to Thailand.
So, talking about medical tourism and about the international patients, doctor, how do you see the growth of the international patients coming to Thailand in these last few years?
I think by the number, it will keep changing in regions. We have very active customer coming or patient coming from Middle East, but may not be at the same country. Maybe another country coming more than the other, or the same country used to be with us, but with the policy may not be able to come back. So it keeps changing, but we still being very active, in a few years after the COVID. And because we do have facility for foreigners, medical care. So we go to see them where they need medical care, like, not enough of medical care in their countries. Queue may be very long for some medical services, and okay, they want to come to get shorter queue in Thailand, or they don't know Thailand for some of emerging country for the medical tourism. And we, not just only BNH, but many of private hospital, they do have their marketing team, and they do go to contact and get people come in. So that's why the number is increased.
Hi everyone, let's take a quick 1-minute break before we continue the discussion. At Look Medical International, we see healthcare, wellness, and health protection as a unified ecosystem. If you're an expat living overseas, finding a trusted medical facility with international standards can be challenging. And that is where we come in, to help you access the best medical care available. But great healthcare is even better when you have comprehensive international health protection with worldwide coverage, so you can enjoy peace of mind knowing that not only is your medical care secure, but your finances are protected as well. We partner with the world's leading international insurers, offering a wide range of plans, all in one place. Our job is to simplify the process, compare options for you, and help you find the best coverage that fits your budget and medical needs. No more confusion, no more endless searching. Just expert guidance to make your decision easier. Scan the QR code now to get a free insurance consultation and discover how we can help you to stay protected wherever you go. Now, let's get back to the video. Okay, so, doctor, people tend to see Thailand as the destination of the aesthetic surgeries, right? And it has been famous for so many years. So how do you convince the market that Thailand is actually seriously expanding to the medical part as well?
Yes, I think we do on this as academic services. So we don't do for business that would say that for aesthetics care, we 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 think that one is a medical care. So we do it
Okay.
on academic background. So we will keep the result to our customer on what they need. Sometimes we have to say that, oh, we don't recommend to do this if it is not a medical recommendation. So we try to keep our service on this, not for business, but for help people on the purpose that they need. So we try to keep this to be scientific, care, academic care to them. So that's why I think they feel comfortable to come to us. And aesthetic, you may extend to anti-aging care too. Do you think you include that one in aesthetic care? That one is interesting care for Thailand too. People may want to come to see that do they need to adjust their lifestyle. They probably do not eat enough or take enough of vitamin on their daily diet. They are busy, so they have the same food every meal every day, and they want to see nutrition or supplement in their body is good enough. There are too much of stress on daily working, and they want to check their state level, oxidative stress, and how to change the lifestyle to comply the stressful lifestyle. I think that one is interesting, and we do have that services to help them to change the lifestyle in order to get higher quality of living.
So when the awareness about Thailand's medical tourism has been raised, right? People will be faced with so many choices because I think the medical tourism in Bangkok, in general, has been raised a lot of awareness as well. So people will be faced with a lot of choices, right? So how can BNH in this case can take part among the widely open choices?
Well, for the wellness has while ranking of meaning of it. So wellness in everything, for people. We try to do wellness on academic base or event base. So we believe that if people have good lifestyle and balanced lifestyle, working, sleeping, exercising, good diet. So we believe in that, and then we want to guide them to change the lifestyle if their lifestyle is not good enough for them to live happily, healthy. So, and then we can check their blood for nutrition and tell them that, oh, you lack of some nutrition, some supplement, some vitamin, and you need to take care of those. We can check the blood for heavy metal in the blood that, oh, you exposed to some of heavy metal and you need to taking care of this. And then you have a problem with the sleeping, how we help you to get a better sleep, or you are being overweight, how we take care of, your weight. Then that is wellness at BNH.
Weeks ago, before this show, I read about BNH and the history, and I can see that actually BNH has been established for a very long time, and there was a big influence by the British community in the organization. So, do you think that this British community or the foreign impact is making BNH ready to treat the international patients from the very long time?
Yes, we just celebrate 127 years old
Mm,
a week ago. So
mm,
we start with a British community who lived at that time, in Thailand 127 years ago. So if you can imagine at that time, I thought that, Thailand has not very good standard of medical care at the time. So they
yeah.
asked our King Lama V they want to set up a good medical facility. That's why BNH born 127 years ago.
Mm,
Uh, at at the beginning time, I did believe that there are many of foreigners who come to use BNH as their medical care. That is an imprint of international culture in Bangkok. And 127 years till now,
mm,
we do have numbers of foreigners who come to BNS every day. So within like 10 years, we do have around 40% of foreigners coming to us daily for
wow.
medical care. So
Mm,
since the beginning, the international culture keep going until now, and we try to improve our service every day, now and then to be standard or good for new generation who may not want the old-fashioned care. So we have to move to the new generation services as well. So then
mm,
more on digital
mm,
uh, record approach. So we have to provide those services. But because of the British group of people who are found BNS at that time, so they're very important to imprint,
Doctor, let's talk about the Center of Excellence. So, can you tell us one or maybe a view Center of Excellence from BNH that can actually answer the medical needs of international patients?
At the moment, we'll give you a few examples of
Okay.
this one. So with the cardiometabolic center, we focus on preventive cardiovascular disease because uh, this is the most common cause of death of people worldwide that make people cannot live up to 100 years old
Mm,
because they get heart attack, stroke attack, need a balloon bypass surgery at age of 50, 60, 70, and get a lot of medication so they can live up to 100 years old. It's called to be around 27% common cause of death worldwide in elderly. So we focus on prevent them to get the heart attack, to get a stroke attack, and reduce the risk of need of balloon and bypass surgery. So we adopt this program from Oregon Health. The Oregon the University in the state on the preventive cardiovascular prevention program. We we do some special tests to determine plaque or lipid that uh, deposit into the arterial wall of the heart artery and brain artery. If people start having plaque sitting in there, it will progress until finally block the arteries or higher risk of heart attack and stroke attack or need a balloon bypass in the future. So we try to fix and try to stabilize it, and people
mm,
will be the risk will be much reduced. So that is the
wow.
example of one of the excellent center. So another one that, for example, we have a very good spy center. Um, and in Thailand, very famous, run by spy specialists. We do operate on spinal disease over 1,000 cases with the same team, and the outcome is very good. The medical care, the most important is word of mouth. When one people come in and then get the best outcome or excellent outcome, they would tell family or friends coming. So spy center at BNH is one of a very good outcome spy care, spy operation in Thailand, and not just in
Wow.
Thailand. We do care or operate on people around the world. So this one is another example of excellence center.
Yeah.
We do have excellence center on women care. Start to build up the excellence center for women, because BNS at the beginning we born for women who live in Thailand and they need to give birth and they don't have a very good hospital. So that's why we get back to take care of women again. So we start having excellence center for women, not just only for the pregnant delivery services. We do care for cancer in ladies. We try to do early detection of ovarian cancer, cervical cancer, breast cancers, and we try to fix them on time and make people live, with high quality. So that one is another excellence center, for example.
Dr. Nopparat, to build a great medical tourism destination, I believe that is not only relying on one hospital or two hospitals. So it has to be something like a ecosystem, right? So like a lot of hospital there needs to contribute with their own center of excellence. So what is the goal of BNH to contribute to Thailand's medical tourism?
BNH is one of a hospital, as you know, that under the BDMS umbrella. BNH is a big corporate, and we do have around 60 hospitals for now in Thailand and another 2 hospitals in Cambodia. So we work together under this umbrella of BDMS. BNS, as we born by British and European community, and we still keep being international hospital foreigners. Then our direction still keep taking care of people all around the world. So, and then we will see that what they need care in Thailand. So we will be first place of their mind, when they want to come to Thailand.
So, how do you see, Doctor, the future of Thailand's medical tourism, at least in the next 10 or 20 years?
Oh, not easy to answer this question, but I would say that, when we go out to country where they are not ready for everybody, I mean the medical services. I believe that, most of countries they do have very good hospital within big public hospitals. They do have professors for heart disease and brain disease and surgeons, but not enough for people, and they are crowded, long queue. So that's why some of people who can afford to going out, so they're going out. So I think in 10 to 20 years in the future, many of countries, they try to develop their medical care in the country. They don't want to send people out. They want to try to keep them in. But maybe something that complicated, difficult cases, they may need to come to Thailand for kind of special care and outcome of difficult case and complicated cases. For the example, people who underwent 2 times of spine operation, they may not want to get another operation in their country. So they're looking for expert who can deal with it. People who need bone marrow transplantation, for another example, in the future, they may not have good enough of facility in their own country, so they may need to come to Thailand. We support any partner or any country we cooperate with them. We try to help them to develop their own medical care and medical facility. I think when people get sick, they don't want to be away from their home. They want to be surrounded by their family, and that's what they did with the best, I think. So I think if every country has enough of medical care for them, that would be, perfect in the future.
What a very insightful discussion, Dr. Nopparat. That is the end of the show. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate the discussion. That is like an eye-opening discussion about the Thailand's medical tourism. Thank you so much for your time.